This is just to welcome you on behalf of the University of Cape Town, on behalf of our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Momageti Phakeng. Unfortunately, she's tied up, can't really be here, but she sends greetings and warm welcome to all of you. You will see her tomorrow. She will be here for the symposium. So this evening really is a networking event for us to meet and to get into the right spirit for tomorrow's symposium.
And ladies and gentlemen, all to say that we are very happy to be here as APRM, and tomorrow we'll be able to introduce some of the guests that came with the APRM family. We have some of our countries who are here, members of international organization. We have 2 panel members here. My colleagues are also here. And I can say that the reason we chose Professor Gambari for him to be our keynote speaker is for 3 reasons, and Carlos will talk to some of them. The first one is because Professor Gambari is the chairperson of the panel of eminent persons of the African peer review mechanism. So the way the African peer review mechanism works is that we send teams to go and review countries and write reports on countries. We'll be doing a review of South Africa after the election. So you'll see us, we'll be quite busy with some of the members of South African National Office are here, and they'll be reinforced tomorrow. So Professor Gambari is the chair of a panel of eminent persons who conduct these reviews. And the previous chair is Madam Bridget Mabanda, that we know is our fellow South African. She was the Minister of Justice before she retired from active politics, but she still votes.
It's really nice to be given this opportunity to talk about Professor Gambari. We go back a long way. He's a very close friend. And I really want to start by the moment that is probably the most intense in our relationship. When I was selected by then Secretary General Kofi Annan to be political director in his office, and he also decided to nominate for the first time ever in the history of the UN a responsible for political affairs that was not from the conventional P5. Not to say even more specifically from the US or the UK, because it has always been occupied by those 2 countries. And that was Professor Gambari.
Thank you very much, Professor Russell. And my greetings to Professor Phakeng, the Vice-Chancellor, University of Cape Town, and our very own Professor Eddie Maloka, the CEO of APRM, who actually runs the place. And also, I'm glad that the University of Cape Town has decided to use part of its talents by making him president of convocation. And you can see we're all here to actually support him. As Africans, we want this continent to thrive. And to achieve this, we need the support. So we need to support one another and elect leaders who can make this vision a reality. Now, there's no reason why Africa, which is the richest continent by far in terms of mineral and natural resources, has the world's poorest people. Even my own country, Nigeria, has been said to be now the poverty capital of the world, that there are far too many people in poverty in a country that is blessed, both with human and material resources. And people said of Peru that Peru is a potentially rich and powerful country, but they have been saying that for the last 400 years. Don't let it be said that Nigeria is a potentially rich and powerful country, and they'll be saying this for the next 400 years. What is said of Nigeria then is precisely what I want to say to us today, that let them not keep saying that Africa is a potentially rich and powerful continent, and they'll continue to say this for the next couple of 100 years. People cannot eat reality, potential. They want the reality. So how do we translate this potential of our continent? And let nobody make no mistake. This we have everything that it takes. If we didn't, why is it that the others are so busy trying to undermine our efforts? Yeah, if they think it's a hopeless continent, and I'll come to that in a minute, then they should just leave us alone to make that a reality. But they know it's not. So it's up to us as Africans, as Pan-Africans, to really translate this potential of our continent into the reality in our lifetime. We have to take advantage of the ingenuity and innovative thinking that is springing up across the continent. And in this, there are two constituents, and I'm not saying this because the emphasis is on the youth. The youth and the women of this continent are really not just the future of the continent, but our biggest asset right from now. And so don't let anybody ask you, particularly the young one, wait till the future when you become leaders. No, you have to assume the leadership from now. And as political scientists, I know that nobody gives power. Nobody. You have to go and grab it. Yeah.